Hey everyone, Luke Ripa here, and welcome to a new episode of Luke Ripa Collection here on Wikos. Today we're going to take a look at the steelbook that I bought during the Black Friday sale at GameLife/GameStop here in Italy. So again, it's already unpacked, but it was so cheap that I couldn't leave it there. And it's from a movie that is something of a cult classic, which I already had on Blu-ray, but unfortunately that edition only featured the director's cut, which I consider, for this specific movie, significantly worse than the theatrical cut. And what I'm talking about is Donnie Darko. This is a 4K Ultralimited edition that includes both 4Ks and Blu-rays of both the theatrical and director's cut, which is the reason why I picked this up, honestly. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have much of a reason to upgrade it to 4K, but I really wanted the theatrical cut, which I still think it's far superior, because the director's cut over-explains everything. As you see, there is even a booklet included, and there is a plethora of things to go over. This is an Italian edition, so it's gonna be region locked. The 4Ks in theory shouldn't be region locked, but I don't have, unfortunately, a region 3 Blu-ray player. I have a region A PS4, but I can't test 4Ks on that, of course. Anyways, without further ado, let's go take a look at this on the table, shall we? So here is the front. We have a piece of paper covering the bottom part of the steelbook, where there is one of the classic artworks of the movie. We have the title, the cast above the title: Jake Gyllenhaal, Jenna Malone, Drew Barrymore, Mary McDonnell, Catherine Ross, Patrick Swayze, and Noah Weil. Ultralimited edition 4K Ultra HD Plus Blu-ray. Let's turn it around, and it's very similar to the 4K editions from Arrow. We have about the movie, extra content, details about the movies. As I said, we have two 4K Ultra HDs and two Blu-rays, one 4K and one Blu-ray for the theatrical cut, and one 4K and one Blu-ray for the director's cut. All of them contain just Italian and English in 5.1 DTS HD master audio and only Italian subtitles. I wish at least English subtitles were included, but what can you do? Of course, credits. Anyways, let's look at it. Let's take out everything. So here we have a postcard with one of the posters of the movie, and we have the shadow of the rabbit that Donnie imagines. Let's put it away. I think it was also Jake Gyllenhaal in this one, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong, I don't remember. Okay, so before looking at the steelbook, there is a booklet. So look at that. Credits from the movie, an essay about the movie, concentric universes, the prophetic bunny over here, Richard Kelly, Dark Visions, Jake Gyllenhaal again, Richard Kelly without category, iconic still from the movie. Drew Barrymore. It's a while I don't watch the movie, but I'm looking forward to watch again the theatrical cut over the director's cut. Jake Gyllenhaal, The Life Beyond the Movie, Jake Gyllenhaal again, and as we see, it's an essay from Nocturno. The Nocturno Cinema is a popular independent cinema magazine. Other stills from the movie, and yeah. Let's put it over here, and here we have the steelbook. This is the front. Again, it's the classic poster from the movie. The texture of the artwork here is different than the rest of the steelbook. Spine, the title, and behind we have a still from the movie, which I don't remember from where it is. Let's open it up, and unfortunately, as you can see, it's stuck over system. So here it is, the 4K theatrical cut of the movie. Standard Blu-ray theatrical cut. The extras from the movie. I'm really struggling at taking the discs out because I'm afraid to break them. I don't really like this system. A lot of movies release like this, by the way. The 4K Ultra HD of the director's cut. Okay, and the standard Blu-ray of the director's cut. Okay, there you go. And here is the interior, and we have one of the iconic shots of Jake Gyllenhaal with an axe. Pretty cool looking steelbook overall. Like it very much. Let's put everything back. So I put the director's cut at the bottom because I really don't care about this version of the movie. So extras over them, theatrical cut standard Blu-ray over here, and the theatrical cut 4K over here. And I don't think it fits. Nope. Sorry about Deadpool. And here it is, the 4K Ultralimited edition for Donnie Darko. Again, one cult classic from the early 2000s. I think it came out in 2001. The theatrical cut is very enigmatic, and it's one of the first movies that sparked the theory madness about movies that of course would be popularized by YouTube and eventually both Game of Thrones and the MCU during their peak. But this was literally theories about the movie meaning and what it was about. And again, I had the standard Blu-ray, but unfortunately it was only the director's cut, and I don't like the director's cut because it over-explains what the movie is about. It explains the theory and the time traveling, basically. Not only it slows down the movie, but it also devoids the movie of its enigmatic magic that otherwise has in the theatrical cut, and that's why I urge everyone to just watch the theatrical cut and completely disregard the director's cut, unless I guess it can be fun to watch after you watch the theatrical cut, because maybe you wanna see if you got it or not. I guess you could watch it as that. And needless to say, we don't talk about as Darko. Anyways, did you watch Donnie Darko? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to buy this edition, I'm gonna leave a link down below to the Amazon Italy listing. Again, it's all region B, so unless you have a region free player, I don't recommend you to buy it unless you are European, of course. Also, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe on Wikos on all social media. We are YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Twitch. Furthermore, if you're Italian, every Tuesday at 7 AM we release our podcast, the Wikos Podcast, where we talk about movies and TV shows and sometimes gaming and tech. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Lucoripa, and I'll see you next time.